Hello crafty friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a quick little tutorial featuring November release designs. This die set will be available, I believe, in November, probably the beginning. I don't have an actual date for release date yet, but I'll put it in the description box. But it's the 3D envelope box, and A2 cards and envelopes fit in here. It is the cutest box, you guys. I have the pieces cut out, but I already had made it, and I wanted to show you guys how cute is this Santa box I made. Oh my gosh, I love it, you guys. This one is for the stash. It is the easiest make. When you open it up, it'll have room for the boxes itself, which when I come back at the end of this video, you guys will see. But I put in some Christmas cards that I have in my stash that I've, made over the years. And I just wanted to show you guys how they fit in here. So this would be a fun gift to give someone that doesn't make cards and you want to give them a little box. So think different themes, different holidays to gift cards, or also just use it to fill up with embellishments, shakers, whatever you want to, send in a swap. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this one. So I'm going to go through and show you guys. The die set comes with 2 pages. You get your big box part here, and then the top box is this set. It comes with 2 pieces. This right here is going to be the bottom of your box, and this piece here is going to be the top of your box. So you're going to need to cut out just one of those individually, like I have here already separated. So for the bottom of the box, you need 2 of these pieces. You need the side panels. You'll need 2 of those. And like I said, you'll need the smaller one. So you'll have 2 bases. You have the smaller one that, you can see the difference. And it's so that this part is at the bottom and the box at the top. See, will feel large enough that it'll just slide right over your box as so. So we're going to go through and put it together. So these pieces here, you'll cut out 2 of the V-shaped portion that looks like an envelope, and then your 2 side panels. You'll need that. So we're going to do a quick little process on how I glue it together. So I'm just going to glue the pieces that have the tabs, and it'll come together nicely. Now that you saw how I put the box together, it's going to fold up. Obviously, I'm going to glue this to these panels. But what I wanted to talk about too is if you want to add the inner layer pieces now and do some stitching, now do that before you glue it down. Also, right now would be a fun time to put the inner layer piece inside so that it covers up your portion here. And when you glue this up, you won't have to, come from inside and do it. You can do this now. So here I'm just going to glue the tabs up to the side of the box and put the box together. The other thing is that this paper is a bit on the shiny sides, and so when I glue, I did have a little bit of trouble, but if you use regular cardstock, it's not as troublesome as this one was. So here is the box. I glued it all together. You can see the inside. I glued that piece inside. So now I have a nice layered look in there. Now we're going to do the top part of the box, which is this set here. And I'll just do a quick little process video on how I glue it together. So here I'm just going to glue the tabs to the panel and then add the extra 2 little side ones and then glue it all together, and it comes together real quickly. So here is my box all put together now, and as you can see, it fits nicely there. Now is the layering pieces, which I will do, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do for that, because I think it's going to be perfect to add some stitching, because the paper that I'm using is kind of rustic vibes. It's a paper collection from Hobby Lobby. It is the Country Christmas, and I really want to make this because I have stamps from Dianna Marcum that are barn theme, and I think they're going to be perfect to put in here that I have almost done, and so I'm going to share that. But I'm going to come back and show you guys what I did with cutting out the layering pieces so you guys get an idea of the different techniques that you can do to, you know, decorate your cute boxes, not just glue the paper down like I did with this one. Was just a quick, you know, put together just to see what it looked like, and now I have more ideas brewing in my brain, so stay tuned. I have my layer pieces already cut out, and I did a little bit extra because I'm going to show you guys what my plan is to tear these pieces here and then layer them up and do some stitching. So I just nabbed my ruler and I'm going to line up my, actually, yeah, about there, but I'm going to make sure that I'm lining up just so I can see. Oh. Well, that it's going to be a straight tear, and I'm not really concerned 100% as to the distance. I just want to tear this so it's like a cool, easy tear. So I'm going to do a layering like this, and then I'm going to come over here and just eyeball it as well. I'm going to say it was about there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you guys catch the drift of what I'm doing. I'm trying to do a tear, but I'm trying to keep it straight. So I'm lining up my edge of the paper with there, and that way it'll be straight this way, since I don't have my mat here to kind of really guide it. And there we go. Now I'm gonna glue this down and stitch, but I'm also gonna do this guy here like this. So I kind of want to match up the top box flap. Everything else will be this pattern, but I wanted the front to kind of have a fun element there. So I know it's going to be about there, so I'm gonna try to line it up about there ish. It's okay if it's not perfect. It's gonna end up covered anyways because I'm gonna put a circle on it, and we're gonna do, let me see, let me just eyeball it here like this, and then I'm just gonna tear it. And I'm gonna stitch, you can do different patterns like a zigzag going across, which I think is what I'm gonna do, is do like a pattern of zigzag, but I'm gonna stitch all the way around so it'll have red thread stitching around. So I have stitched them up. As you can see, I did a zigzag stitch, and then I did just a regular stitch, and then I also went and stitched all the extra pieces. So now all that's left to do is just glue it down to the box. So I will do that. Okay, you guys, it got gloomy. It's been cloudy. The sun kind of came out, but it's kind of dark now by the time I finish this in video. I've been picking up my kids and doing dinner, and then now finishing up the video. I went through, you guys, and I grabbed these stamp sets, and they're the new stamp sets from Dianna Marcum, sorry. I also used Anna White's stamp set for the Merry Christmas and the snowflake. I will link them in the description box, but I took the barn and the little truck from this set, and I did some masking here when I stamped, and then, you know, you put your truck down mask and then you stamp the barn, and then I added watercolor. I was gonna do a Copic marker, but I kind of wanted a worn look because the stamps that I'm going to put in there will probably be some of her Christmas and some of these barn sets, which I think will be cute. Also, I could have used, I forgot, but I could have pulled out, I should have pulled out, which I probably will now, Erica's truck that she has. I'm going to make a little card and add it on there. I think that'll be so cute to match with the paper. And then I did the Punch snowflakes. This is a, what is it, Martha Stewart with this one. I already put it away, but I do have the little one. This one is from Fiskar, and this is Creative Memories. I got this in a D-stash, but I layered them up and added it here. I was going to add another one down here, but I don't like the way it looked. And the other thing I did to the barn is I took my little markers here, the graphic, it's 0.2, so it's very fine, in my jelly roll. And I added little string lights because the barn on the paper has them. So I thought it'd be cute to incorporate it. And then I fussy cut out one of the pine trees and added foliage because they're on the window here. So I just thought that'd be fun. So cute. I just love the way this turned out. I didn't do too much on them, just try to color it in just so it's fun, because the whole point is to, you know, fill it up with some goodies. And I did line the inside. You could also line the inside here so that it won't be as thin. This paper is from Craftsmith, from Michaels. It's like 4 or 5 colors of green, but they're on the thinner side, so that's the only downside. So cute. Absolutely love this box set, you guys. I hope you like my tutorial. And it gives you ideas to, you know, play with your papers in different ways. You don't have to sew either. Like, you could just cut it up and lay it down. Like this guy here. I love the way he turned out. He's so cute. I just got to add my stuff. I think this one, what I'm going to do is go through and add the card boxes that she has, that Erica has part of her collection, and see how well they fit in there, and finish those up. But oh my gosh, you guys, these are absolutely adorable. I will link everything in the description box. As soon as these become available, I'll add the link there. Definitely check out hashtag ScrapDiva Designs for ideas and inspiration. The girls are always killing it, and there's always new guest designers. So stay tuned for some more projects. Don't forget to use my discount code MWalker10. Definitely sign up for the mailer, you guys, so that you can get direct links to the videos and tutorials. And come back for some more videos soon. Bye.